Hi everyone, it's Victoria, the Soul Nurturer, with a hopefully very quick video. Although I did recently get a request to make my videos longer, which cracked me up because I've been hearing from others to make them shorter. So it just goes to show you we cannot please everyone. So you just got to do what brings you joy and show up with what you have to offer. Some are going to like it, some are not going to like it, and some will want something different. And you know what? Do what your heart is calling you to do, what your soul is calling you to do, and make peace with that. Okay, didn't mean to talk about that, but it felt like it needed to come forward for someone out there. So, okay. Anyway, I'm doing a quick video because I promised to talk about a topic that when I sat down and thought about, well, does this apply right now? When I was thinking about it last week when I was going to do the video, it seemed more appropriate, but I'm going to tie it in to the time of the season and where we are. Today is the 26th, so Halloween is this weekend. So I'm going to see if I can put these two topics together. My original topic was getting current with others, bringing people up to speed with where we are based on how we're evolving, unfolding, growing, changing. Isn't it funny that some people support our, the work we do, and those of us who are drawn to transformation, drawn to self healing, and this ongoing getting to know oneself and shifting out of the conditioned self and re-emerging and reclaiming our luscious, authentic, true nature, our essence, our soul essence. And if you're like me, I'm a Scorpio. This is what I do. I cannot not do this work. It's the water I swim in. I was having a little Instagram chat with a friend, actually a spiritual director from Hayden Institute, that I adore. Her name is Sheila, and she wrote something about the Scorpio season, and that it was already, can we be done with it, something like that. And I was like, oh, my favorite season, Scorpio season, October 21st to November 21st, depending on the ephemeris, depending on the year. Anyway, so Halloween, getting dressed up, putting masks on, becoming something other than who we are, or our alter ego, but this topic of getting current is really, really important to me, and here's why. We can do all this work, all this dedicated time to re-emerging ourselves, to getting to know who we truly are, and really recognizing where we're held in a conditioned way of being, or we're really, we only feel safe when we're wearing our mask, our persona. We all have a persona. It's what we lead with. And even the most evolved person still has that ego, that way of navigating the world and interacting that hopefully, authentic self shines through. But there's still that kind of way of being. Now, our conditioned selves are really mired in the, wearing the mask, being who we think people want us to be in order to feel safe, to belong, to be loved and accepted, those vital needs. And so in a conditioned way of being, we're hiding our true essence. And then when we do our work, we're emerging more of who we are. We're feeling good about it. But then we're around certain people and we start to shrink back in because with that person, we may not feel safe, right? Or you have long-term friendships, or of course your family, where they're still meeting you where you were like years ago, And I've actually have said this to one of my sisters a while ago. I remember thinking, she can't see me. She cannot see who I am today. She's referencing me back to a time when maybe that was true. But in the past, before I did more healing, it used to trigger me, when I would hear something like, well, you know how you are. And I'd be like, no, I'm not that, and there'd be defensiveness. Well, that told me I had more inner work to do, right? But I got to a point where if a statement was said about me referencing me in the past, I would be like, uh, is she talking about me? What? So here is what I call getting current with those who can get current with you. Not everyone's going to be able to meet you where you are or accept you where you are because they were safe where you were and who you were. They knew you that way. They've established safety and rapport with you back there. So not everyone, you're not going to have this conversation with everyone, and not everyone's going to be able to join you here. So that's the tricky part, because ideally, we want to be ourselves, all of ourselves, safe to bring all of us, our silliness, our joyfulness, our sadness, our shadow. We want the shadow to be brought forward, embraced, accepted, loved, and integrated. Doesn't always feel safe to do that with everyone, does it? But for those you feel like, gosh, I love this person, but I feel like they are still seeing me in my old way and not fully meeting me where I am now. So I call this the getting current conversation. And so here's how it goes. You just simply say this: I love you and I know you love me, and we have a history together. And in that history, you knew me a certain way, and I was that way. But I'm not that person anymore. You know that I love doing my soul work, my inner work, and constantly committed to emerging more of who I am and what I'm here to do. You'll say your own words that feel appropriate for you, but something like that. And then you say, so I really want you, or I really invite you, is softer and still strong, but more inviting because it's inviting. I really invite you to get to know me and the way I know myself today, who I am, how I see myself, what is important to me, what I value. And I really would like to invite you to meet me there. Is that something you'd be interested in? And that's kind of how it goes. If you get a big fat no, well, that tells you that friend isn't able to meet you where you are, and they're probably not going to be going where you're going, right? And I doubt that would happen, because if you have a heart knowing that, there's a real connection, a soul connection, they're going to be able to hear you, But just make sure to use those I messages, I feel, I have a desire. I would really like to invite you to get to know me today. And you might want to use an example. Like, how when, 10 years ago when we would do this and that, and I would maybe be feeling more like a victim or something. And I was really stuck there for a while. But now I am, and this is what I've been cultivating, and this is what it looks like, and this is how it would look for you to meet me where I am now too. And that's an important step too. You can describe to them what you're experiencing, who you are, how you see yourself. But behaviorally, all relationships we have, especially those long-term ones, we are doing an unconscious, agreed upon, I call it the unconscious dance. I'll do this, you do that, and we get into these kind of ruts and grooves with our people. They're familiar, they're comfortable, and yet when we're emerging something new, we need to teach those we love, that we want to be able to be ourselves with, and let them be themselves with, to dance this new dance. And if you've ever tried dancing or learning a new dance, we fumble, you might step on each other's feet a little bit. You just come back to the intention. I want you to get to know me, how I am today. And by the way, tell them I want to get to know you, how you experience yourself from your unfolding, from all you've learned and grown through. What are your strengths? How do you want me to see you that I might be missing? I think this is a really important conversation. So now, just to wrap it up, I'm going to tie it into Halloween. So I invite you to find somebody to have that conversation with, someone that you love and trust, and they're safe to have this conversation with. And first, get current with yourself. Do your inventory. What's different? Who are you now? What old story have you dropped, and what new story are you trying to tell and teach people to meet you in, right? Remember, I always say this too, remember that you are the star of your movie. So give them the updated script, who you are and what life with you could look like from this new place. And by the way, let them call you out if they see you slipping backwards, like, hey, Victoria, I thought you were committed to this, and I'm kind of seeing you doing that old thing. That's a welcomed invitation if you are really committed to bringing your highest and greatest. Okay, so for Halloween, while you're getting excited, Halloween used to be my favorite holiday, by the way. It's a week before my birthday. It was like, all right, Halloween, dress up, have fun, get a lot of candy, and then a week later have another celebration for my birthday, and then Thanksgiving. It was just a happy, joyous time. But I don't really dress up for Halloween, and I don't eat candy. So it's just another way that I look at soul work. I look at it as how interesting that we're dressing up and putting masks on, when I'm all interested in taking our masks off and being our authentic selves. So, bonus invitation to share with someone you trust, love, and know that they accept you, to let them see behind your mask. And that may look like, I want to share something about myself that you may not know. And it may be part of your shadow, something about you that you've denied, repressed, or you're just recently becoming aware of, a pattern that maybe you have some shame around, because shame causes us to hide it more. So I invite you to take the mask off, to bring that, perceived darkness or flaw about yourself forward and share it with someone, to take the energy off of it and to not let it have any control over you anymore, and to dissolve all the judgment about it so that you can integrate that vital part of who you are. Shadow work is amazing. And if you want more information about that, reach out to me. You can find me through my website, Victoria Jaswick or just .com. That's me. That's it. Or I am on Instagram as I am the Soul Nurturer, and you can direct message me there. I do 20-minute free consultations. I am rather booked out right now, so got a little bit of a list or wait. I probably won't be able to get to you until mid-November or end of November. But I might be able to answer a quick question if you have a quick question about shadow work. And I've done a video about it. I may do another one, but it is the season. This is such a rich time for all of us to get to know ourselves more, to let our shadow material emerge so we can embrace it and take off our masks and bring forward the pure, beautiful soul essence that we are. Okay, so as always, I invite you to subscribe, like, and share this if you feel called to. And please do comment. I love comments. If it's nothing more than an emoji or where you're watching from. But look, hey, we're all playing a bigger game of, I don't want to say game anymore. We are all invited to a deeper form of emerging our authentic selves, and in doing that we need to evoke certain qualities or flex our spiritual muscles that will help us do that, to show up for our life right now. So flex your spiritual muscle of courage and boldness and willingness, and write a comment. What is your takeaway from this video? Did it open something in you? Did it inspire you to do something? That's my ultimate goal, to inspire you to a new way of being, more aligned with your soul potential. Okay, I hope you found this helpful. I can't wait to hear from you. Happy Halloween. Drop those masks. Show up. You can show up in your costume and still let your awesome, authentic self just shine through, and have those conversations with those people who are important to you, to get current with you so that you can reinforce, strengthen the knowing in your whole being that it's safe to be you and you are needed. All right. Love you all out there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments, and I'll see you soon, because I'm going to do a new moon video. We have a new moon on November 4th in Scorpio. Yay! It's our season, Scorpios. Let's rise up strong. All right, take care, everyone. See you next time.